April 14th, 1912. The North Atlantic Ocean. Somewhere in the blackness between Southampton and New York, the largest, most luxurious ship ever built was moving through the dark at full speed. Her name was Titanic. She had been warned 6 times. She didn't stop. That afternoon, wireless operator Jack Phillips received urgent messages from nearby ships. Ice ahead, pack ice, icebergs, heavy field ice and large bergs directly in your path. He never delivered them to the bridge. He was too busy sending passengers personal messages. At 10:55 p.m., a nearby ship, the Californian, broke in with one final warning. "Say, old man, we are stopped and surrounded by ice." Phillips snapped back. "Shut up, I am busy." He cut the signal. The Californian's operator gave up, took off his headset, and went to bed. The last lifeline to safety, gone. But something stranger had already begun. Hundreds of miles away, in a Scottish orphanage, a young girl named Jessie lay dying. The Salvation Army workers at her bedside thought she was simply delirious with fever. But she kept screaming, describing something none of them could explain. A massive ship sinking into black water. Hundreds of people drowning, screaming. And a man named Wally playing a violin as the water rose around him. The nurses wrote it down, too disturbed to ignore it. Jessie died that night, the exact same moment the iceberg struck. Later, they would discover the Titanic carried a cellist named John Wesley Woodward. His nickname among the crew was Wally. 11:35 p.m. Lookout Frederick Fleet spotted something in the darkness. No binoculars, they had been locked away at Southampton. No one had the key. He rang the bell 3 times. He grabbed the telephone to the bridge. "Iceberg, right ahead!" They turned the wheel. They reversed the engines. But Titanic weighed 52,000 tons. She didn't turn. She didn't stop. And at 11:40 p.m., she scraped along the berg's edge in near silence. No explosion, no dramatic crash, just a quiet grinding, like the ocean was whispering. Below decks, the crew felt a faint shudder. Some passengers slept through it entirely. But designer Thomas Andrews knew. He walked the ship. He calculated. 5 compartments flooded. She was built to survive 4. He looked Captain Smith in the eye. She will sink in 1 to 2 hours. What followed was 2 hours and 40 minutes of pure horror. There were 2,224 people on board. There were only enough lifeboats for 1,178, and many of those left half empty. Water crept up through E deck, then D deck, then the grand staircase. The lights flickered, the ship's funnels groaned. Survivors would later say the sound was unbearable. Metal tearing itself apart from the inside. The lifebelt cork could break a man's neck if he jumped from too high. The suction from sinking funnels pulled screaming people beneath the surface. The water was 28 degrees Fahrenheit. Hypothermia would kill you in 15 minutes. At 2:18 a.m., the lights died completely. The ship snapped in two. And in the total darkness, 1,500 people began to scream. Those in the lifeboats heard everything. The screaming lasted for over an hour, and then Slowly, it faded, not because they were rescued, because they had frozen to death, one by one, in the dark, alone. Survivors recalled the most disturbing sound of all: silence. The kind that tells you everyone is gone. Then, from somewhere beneath the water, a sound like distant thunder, muffled, deep, rhythmic. It was the stern of the Titanic imploding as she plunged 2.5 miles to the ocean floor. At the bottom, the bodies slowly came to rest in the silt. The ocean consumed them. All that remained were their shoes. Hundreds of pairs, laced, upright, empty, arranged as if the people were still standing there, waiting. 1,517 people died that night. The Titanic still rests on the ocean floor, undisturbed, silent, and according to those who have dived to see her, sometimes you can hear something knocking from inside.